Grant, and Admiral. Guys, get settled here. We'll ask Coach just for an opening comment, and then we'll go to questions for the student athletes. Coach.
Well, really proud of the effort and the way we fought back in the second half. The first half didn't do very much at all on the offensive end, and we knew they were going to make shots. They're an offensive team, and but second half we found some rhythm there on the offensive end and started making it more difficult to be scored on. But it was a high-level game, and really I can't say enough about our guys fighting back and taking nothing away from Purdue, but we were there. Tough one at the end. You know, we had to lead with, 1 point, some seconds, I think, and that's a tough foul, but Lamonte Turner played his heart out. We wouldn't even been in that situation without him, and that's a tough one for him, I know, right there, but I'm really proud of these guys, and Admiral's been with us from day one, and Kyle Alexander and our 2 walk-ons, and you go back 4 years ago and where we are today, there's a lot to be proud of, even though right now it's hard to feel any of that because you're always numb when this happens to you. And but again, give Purdue credit.
Thank you, Coach. Questions for the Tennessee student athletes? Start here on the right side.
Admiral, I'm sure that you haven't had a chance to put it in perspective yet, but I mean, just how much different of a place do you feel like you're leaving this program in than where it was when you got here?
I think we've built something special. I think that the biggest thing that you have to appreciate is just the culture that we built at Tennessee, winning culture, and I'm really appreciative. I'm just sad that I have to go out on this note, but I think the biggest thing I can say is, you know, we left this program winning. Us 4 seniors, we left this program winning, and that's the biggest thing. And we really came from the bottom, and to make it to the Sweet 16 is a dream coming true. Came up a little short, but at the end of the day, I remember when we were losing 19, 16 games and no one really believed in us. I remember when, you know, we could barely get 17,000 in the arena, and this year we averaged around 20,000. So God has been amazing this year. He's been amazing all my 4 years here, and it's just a blessing to be able to call myself a Tennessee Volunteer.
Therese Walker, the Associated Press. For Grant, I think you were closest there. The ball after your block on Edwards, was there a chance that it went off your hand or might have gone off a Purdue player?
I couldn't tell you. When I blocked the shot, I didn't know if it went off me or if his leg or anything. They just said they looked at the clock and the time on the clock, and I don't know if they looked for who it went off on, so I couldn't tell you.
More questions for the Tennessee student athletes? Okay. Grant, Admiral, thank you. Let's go to questions for Coach.
Coach, I don't know if you've had a chance to see a replay yet, but just thoughts on the last play of regulation, the foul call on Lamonte.
It was a foul. It was a foul. You know, the shot, he missed the shot, but Lamonte hit him after the shot, and that's a tough play because, again, you know, we knew what I think actually they were trying to work something inside. It was close to a 5-second count, but I even think they got that in. I know they got it in because I saw it, but Lamonte, being the competitor that he is, he went up and the ball was gone. It was 3 feet out of his hand when he hit him, and we know the rule. You got to allow the shooter to come back down, and it's a tough one because in that situation we know we can't foul there, and they've got to make that shot. But we wouldn't have been in a situation to come back in that game if it wasn't for Lamonte.
And you say goodbye to 4 seniors tonight. Admiral, Kyle, can you kind of put into perspective what they've meant in building the culture for this program, how they're leaving things better than they found them 4 years ago? Well,
they did do that. They have done that. They left it better than we found it. When I always reference that first year here, and you know, Kevin Punter was the one guy that once we got here in the spring that really balled in, and when Kyle and Admiral first got there and Kevin had really understood what we talked about, the culture we had to build, where those guys were going to put their time in and hold each other accountable. Those were the three guys that got us where we really are today. And then we had Brad and Lucas, who've been a huge part of our program, and they're as respected as anybody. But you go back from, 4 years ago, we lost 19 games, then 16, and this league is different. This league is a lot different league than it was 4 years ago, but there's no doubt that it's been a blessing to have these guys with us, and the fact that they definitely left it better than they found it.
Anything else for Coach? All right, good to go.
All right,
Coach,
thank you.
thanks for your
Thank you
time.
very much.
Appreciate it.